Hi, my name is Kate Hudson Hall. I am an author, therapist, and podcaster. My new book has been released called Anxiety Hacks, with proven techniques, tools, and tips to calmness. So if you suffer from generalized anxiety, panic attacks, or feel abnormally anxious about certain things, within Anxiety Hacks, I show you how you can overcome these conditions successfully, enjoy a healthy and carefree life. My website is katehudson-hall.com. Anxiety Hacks is available now on Amazon.
It used to be hard for this family to run and play in their yard. That big pooch left its business all over. Dad would spend his time cleaning up puppy messes. Now, I make sure the yard is clean so they can play without worry. Yes, there really is a poop fairy.
Lafrida's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high-quality, and greatly satisfied service, Lafrida's Cleaning Service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. Lafrida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless.
Got some snaps on the petrol. Mr. Trap rap no bizzo from the mud to the tub. And I'm rocking out with Queen Silvy and Tim. You know.
Show. Tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim, get smooth with Tim. They have you running like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show with the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show, 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 it's the Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you for dropping in and spending a Tuesday with us on the award-winning Queen Silvy Show. It is now my esteemed pleasure to bring to you the Queen herself, the most beautiful woman in the world, as a matter of fact, Queen Silvy. Good morning, Queen.
Good morning, Smooth, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Yes, I am that and so much more, but I'm so excited about today. Hey, Smooth. We do have some announcements and
other stuff going on. Yes,
that's the ticket.
Well, as always, our hearts and prayers are going out to everybody around the world. As you know, there's things going on domestically, internationally. There's a whole lot to keep in that in our brains. That kind of just mess with our whole vibe. So let's try to make things a better place.
Okay.
Right? And
yes.
The Queen always says, hey, faith over fear.
That's right.
You know what? Absolutely. And you know what? Also on today's show, we're going to have Knightheart. Ooh. He's going to lay down some music for us. He's a versatile musician, and I think you're going to really appreciate what he's going to put out there for you.
In for a treat.
And analytics from last week, Queen. How about the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Mexico, Germany, Poland, Africa, Ireland, France, and Australia. Yeah. Thank you for tuning on in. Also, I almost forgot. And because you're worth it, Foxy 5 Jewelry, sassy, elegant, and affordable fashionable jewelry and accessories for you. Or that's someone special. That's right. Go ahead and get a Monica right on Facebook or get over to www.foxy5jewelry.com. She got your back. She'll hook you up.
That's right. Hey, you know something? If you're watching this live, I want you to know Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on our archive,
our love is everlasting. Queen.
Our love is everlasting. We love and appreciate you on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. You do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get some of the super greatness we have in store for you. Before we get things going with my guests, you know me. Hey. I want to get super geeked first. Hold on. Let me do it. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, your turn. That's what's up.
Let me see if I can hear them. Hang on a second here. There she is, the most beautiful woman in the world.
So before we get into our guests, what I'd like to do at this moment is accept that and share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission and do what you can with what you have where you are. Create your own visual style and let it be unique for yourself, yet identifiable for others. Because you see, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And trust me, it's never too late to be who you might have been. The amazing, authentic you. That's right. And those are some motivational words, baby, from the Queen Silvy Show. Yeah. To you. You know, I love to give shout-outs and represent my good friends all over the world, and I most definitely will do that. Give you some shout-outs to you, Kinsley Patino, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Follette Clark, and Kenneth Rawls.
Shout out to you.
The Helen Mars, Peace Mars, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer.
Shout out to you.
Queen Aaliyah, Tay, Maya, Aaliyah, and Camille, and Dejour.
Shout out to you.
You like my voice? Me too. To Jonathan Jr., Tyron, and Omari, as well as the great-grandson, DJ.
Shout out to you.
To LP and Cynthia, Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Alana, Brianna, and Precious.
Shout out to you.
To Nancy, Delia, Chrissy from Fort Worth, Texas.
Shout out to you.
Let me clear my throat for just a moment. Here we go.
Rivet.
That felt good. You need to give that a try, baby. Yeah. To Kelly and Ryan and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy, and the All-American Girls.
Shout out to you.
To Pamela Anderson, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, C. Shorty Franklin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, and Donna Ferry.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in Africa, Amy Kanema, Webster Rito, Hostile Flow, Princess Aria Lua, and Hero Boy.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross.
Shout out to you.
To Lorenzo Gabaniza, Christine Lewis Anderson, Audrey and James, Serious Addition, Nana Linda Hartley.
Shout out to you.
to the good comedian in the Netherlands, Edith Verhoek, Queen Dee Brown, Sandra and Ben Johnson, Melody Gore Dobb, Miguel Montibon, and my good friend, Joe Maz.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, baby, yeah. If you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone you love for us to represent, we'd gladly do it 3 days a week, every Tuesday, with the multiple award winning The Queen Silvy Show every Wednesday, with Tim's Tidbits, special co host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas, and every Thursday, with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. As we bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you. Check out this resource, and when we get back, hey, let's get it on with my great guests we have on The Queen Silvy Show. Join me every Tuesday for fun and games and play for cash. That's right. Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game is back, and you can come aboard and play. It's simple. Just email us your name and contact information, and you are in there, baby. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, we are back on this terrific Tuesday. Hey, you know what I said? You do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else. So come on in and get some of this super greatness we have in store for you. Sharing his journey of tragic background of homelessness and poverty and the rise of stardom with purpose. With over 10 years experience performing all across the Midwest region, making a difference and giving back to the community, mentoring the youth with creative and performance workshops. Hey, I introduce to you from the Glass City, CEO and Director of MVNIFVST LLC, singer-songwriter, creative director, community leader, advocate for the arts, the one and only Knightheart. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Well, welcome to the show. We are honored to have you on the Queen Silvy Show today, so thank you for being on the show. Born Jelani Maliik, but you're known to the world as Knightheart. What's the story and the meaning behind your brand name, Knightheart?
So Nightheart, well, growing up, I've always had an interest in like medieval times and fantasy and the world of magic, and I wanted to adopt a moniker that could empower people with strength. And I feel like having a knight's heart is just having a warrior's mentality, a fighter's spirit, and it's something that I've adopted. But I feel like it's a deeper philosophy that having strength in that heart and being a warrior at your spirit and whatever you're dealing with. And so that's the way I've interpreted for other people to understand. But for me, it's become a really personal thing. Nightheart's definitely become very personal.
I like it. You know, when I saw Knightheart, that is what I kind of pictured the knight, you know, the armor, warrior, and you are definitely a warrior coming through what you've come through, going where you're going, making a difference where you are. Listen, you are no more than a king and a warrior. We'll be showcasing some
Thank you.
fantastic music videos from the one and only Knightheart, so stick around for that. But you know, some people, I like to say well-to-do people, they think they know it all. They think that they know all about being homelessness, let's just say. They know and they understand it, but they don't. You said that you come from a tragic background of homelessness and poverty. So share what you will about that time in your life and how you come to experience homelessness.
Well, being a youth experiencing it, because I was homeless throughout a great deal of my childhood and my early teenage years, it definitely shifted my perspective on priority, necessity. It creates a survival mentality. And at a very young age, developing that survival mentality, it can really bend or break you, or it can build you. And for me, it was something to where although my support system, which shout out my mom, she's a great mom, but
Amen.
unfortunately, through our circumstances, we got hit so hard that once you get hit below a certain line, it becomes very difficult to get back above that line. And so, growing up, understanding that although there was a lot going on, I still have to make my own decisions and choices to empower myself and create mechanisms to navigate the space that I was in. And for me, writing poetry, um, creating music was my release and my therapy during circumstances that for me were outside of my control. And so I guess it required creating and finding something to hold on to that wasn't external, but it was internal. And I had to do, and I don't know why at such a young age I knew or was inclined to, because maybe I didn't know, maybe it was intuitive, but I don't know what inside of me leaned that way. But once I started writing and performing, it was just a snowball effect. It just didn't stop.
Wow. I'm speechless on just that because I know some who have went through the system, if you want to say the system, going through homelessness, and I know a few who it'll mess with your mindset, if and
Mm,
I'm glad that you found an avenue. Poetry, exceptional music, man. I stand by it all to this day. That's part of my therapy. But some,
mm,
the Bible, whatever it is, something because you can
yes,
go this way or that way. You know what I mean? You can
yes.
go that bad road, the alleyway, or you can pick yourself up and take on with that. And that's why I say you are a warrior indeed, because you have done it. Homelessness,
Thank you.
in my opinion, took a really big rise here in the United States when the pandemic aid stopped. They gave aid to a
Mm,
lot of people. And once that aid stopped, a lot of people couldn't come back to where they were, couldn't pick
yeah.
themselves up in their situations. And it's terrible. And homelessness, let me just say, is everywhere, but
Mm,
California, New York, and Florida is the top three. And who cares
mm,
who's the top three when you're in that boat right there? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, what experience though? What not experience? What can you say to someone right now today, young or old, who is going through homelessness and poverty?
So I can't speak on circumstance because I don't know what your situation is or how you ended up in the circumstance you're in. I found in my journey though that there really is insight, there's love, and there's learning lessons in all points of the journey. And creativity is all around you. And even though sometimes moments may be difficult, you never know what you can draw from at some point in time. And really, it's all a demonstration of your strength, right? The
Mm-hmm.
storms that you endure and
Right.
your ability to endure them, it's just a demonstration of your willpower. And so don't look at it as a weakness or a vulnerability, but look at it as a strength that you're still here and standing, because some people don't understand how easy it is to be taken out by those storms. So if you're still here, blessings up to you and keep finding that inspiration to keep going.
I love it. Very well said. Because just somebody out here can be hating on someone that's homeless, and the next day find themselves in the same situation.
Mm,
I don't want
it's
to
a
say it.
reality check.
Yeah, it is. Shit happens, right? And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you in that certain situation, there's your challenge to pick yourself up. Because if you woke up that day, there's your opportunity right there to make the difference.
Mm,
For someone out here in Ohio, if you're in Ohio and you're homeless, there's a hotline that you can go to 614-274-7000. And I'm going to repeat it again, 614-274-7000. Or you can just simply dial 211. Now, you are the CEO and Director of MVNIFVST LLC, making a difference, giving back to the community. Tell me about the mission and the goal for MVNIFVST.
So, Manifest at its root is really a philosophy and a lifestyle brand that I've tried to promote alongside Nightheart as much as I can. Really, the idea is self actualization and the power and the self empowerment of knowing that you can manifest things into your life. And that can come in a spectrum of things. But when you have intention and you have vision, you can manifest what you desire and you can manifest your dreams, right? That is the motive. Through my business, though, my goal is to uplift creatives, independent entrepreneurs, put people in a position to be able to network and really gain the connections they need to rise. That's all a part of my experience and my journey as an independent artist, knowing that it requires very important things like having a village to be able to be successful sometimes. And so I like to have Manifest be my part of the village where people can come and have a community, gain insight, connections, relationships, things that they require to move forward. And through my business, I've done shows, hosted concerts for musicians through the Midwest region, independent artist markets where visual artists and different creators can come out and sell their wares, proactivity in the community with leading families home, and just trying to create a positive energy around the music and the art scene, because it's very important for creatives to feel comfortable, feel accepted, feel like they have spaces to bring their art and feel validated. And I understand that importance as an independent artist. So I just want to do my part in providing a little corner of the world where people can come and feel comfortable in that. It's very important.
That's very important and very awesome to you. Where's my audience? Audience. Yeah, I charge them up every night, so we're raring to go. We got some audience here. I want everyone listening to know that every day is important to be kind, to be respectful, to be thoughtful and considerate of your neighbor, of someone who doesn't have it as good as you. And this young warrior here has an Adopt a Family initiative going on in effect for 2023 holiday season. Anyone and everyone can make a difference. You can make a difference now. You can make a difference tomorrow, next week, before Christmas, after Christmas. I want you to check this out.
What's up, guys? It's Knightheart, and I'm here to talk to you about something that is very, very important to me. As some of you may know, I grew up homeless, and my family was housed by Leading Families Home, and we were assisted in getting housing and stability through this very charitable organization. Now it's our turn to give back. Through Manifest, we've adopted 2 families who have an amazing wish list of things that they're looking for this season to really make their winter, really make their Christmas. If you're interested in getting involved to help these families gain the things they're looking for and really manifest their dreams, reach out to me and let's get connected. I'm gonna post up their wish list of things that they're looking for so y'all can look over it and hopefully help me in really making this experience something grand for them. Let's manifest their dreams and really make a difference.
Wow, that is so great. Oh, pat yourself on the back, Nightheart. You're doing so much, As a community leader, because you are a community leader. We need more young men, old men. We need more people putting back into the community. I don't like it when I see it. No disrespect, an elderly person trying to check a situation instead of making a difference. You still can make a difference too. You scold that little boy, but you can instill also. But you're a community leader. What do you see as your role within the community?
I think that it's very important, especially because I'm an independent artist, and ultimately support for me is the difference, right? And so I think it's only reciprocal. I think the importance of being able to give back when you're also openly receiving is like, it would be very selfish of me to be promoting my brand, be promoting my music all the time, and be unwilling to actually take presence and be present in my community in the same people who are supporting me in my journey. So truthfully, at its base, right, I just think it's being reciprocal and just being looking at other people with the same aspect of, I would need the support, so here I am to support you. And for me, I've had a different kind of upbringing, so my tool set and my skill set coming up is different than others. And so my creative writing and my ability to perform has become a wider thing that I've been able to utilize in connecting directly with the community and doing concerts and using the proceeds for charity, and being able to connect with the youth and teach them different means of self-expression and different perspectives I've had on the creative journey, being on the road, dealing in the business and the artistic aspect of being in this journey. So there's so many different aspects that I feel like if I don't give back to the community, it's just all going to be stored inside of me. And I don't think that is doing any benefit to anyone or doing any service. And ultimately, being, which it's interesting that you bring up me calling me a king, which I'm very grateful for. You're a beautiful woman and a queen as
Stop.
well, and I'm
Don't
really
you dare.
grateful for the love. No, thank you. And I found that royalty, they think royalty is meant to be put on the throne and a pedestal, but royalty is actually of service to the community. Kings, queens, royalty,
Absolutely.
our whole thing is of service to the people. So the importance of being royalty and perceiving yourself as royalty is knowing the purpose of that. And that's being willing to do the work for other people as well. And so I found that if I want to step within that energy and step within that right, I got to also do the work. And that requires going out in these spaces and meeting people, having actual conversations,
Hmm.
learning about people. That's the point of it all. There's the journey is the all the insight. The destination, there really is no definite destination.
I have a question about your homelessness, and if you're comfortable saying how that transpired. But I say you never missed a beat on your education because you articulate extremely well. You sound and come across as a very well educated rather, well spoken young man, and I think part of the leadership that you should adapt is probably showing somebody who is homeless, they may came through the adversity that you did, taking them by the hand, and here's how I did it, and look at me today.
Yeah.
Well,
I really appreciate that, though.
well, all I
Thank
can
you.
say is he takes words and uses it like his sword. I think I didn't catch that too. I sure did, and I'm very proud of you. Yes, you are a king. I'm sorry, do you have more?
I asked him that question.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I'm
He
just
just
going
went on to something else.
I'm like, shoot. Next, Tim was talking to you. I'm sorry.
No worries at all. So, the situation is a little bit more complex. I think it's definitely a wider story that would take up a little bit of time, definitely. But in essence, there was a lot of situations within my mom's education, and there was a situation where essentially she had multiple degrees and found out that the organization and the academic institution that she was going through was not accredited. So essentially, the degrees that she had were not valid, and she lost her job. And the series of events from there became very difficult to maintain. And so, the it's a lot of context. It's a long journey, and so it's been a big part of the journey is rising through that poverty line and being able to create an independent business and do something different. And that was really what my perspective was going through a lot of those experiences early on and seeing the way once you become out of a certain societal normative, once you fall into this outcasted group of individuals who we see homeless people all the time, but until you're homeless, you don't really understand how desensitizing
Hmm.
it can really be. And so I had an early perspective that I didn't want to become basically dependent upon anything for my own independence in that route. And so that's where the independent entrepreneur route took because I understood early on certain things can be taken away from you. But when you build something yourself that you have ownership of, that you have possession of, that can't be taken from you. And so that was the early spark for the inspiration for the business. But as far as how the homelessness went together, that's definitely would be a story for them.
So, do you have siblings?
Yes, I got an older sister.
An older sister. I know that they're very proud of you.
I appreciate
I mean,
it.
I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of you. I'm just proud of this guy. You teach, you inspire, you mentor others, you work with the youth. But who would you say is your mentor?
I would say honestly, my mom has been probably the biggest inspiration source for me. Her strength and her wisdom through some of the most difficult of times, and her ability to still sustain and protect and nourish me through situations that we both had to endure. It's inspiring for me, and it's been a big motivation for me to keep going and have purpose in it. So I would say definitely my mom is one of my biggest inspirations and teachers in life in general, and I'm super grateful
All
for
right.
everything that she's
Hey,
done.
shout out to Queen Mama. Because
Yeah,
that's
Mama
what's
Night.
up. So Knightheart, you are very passionate. I just can feel and hear the passion within you that you have. Poetry and words was the beginning of your greatness, and we all know that words have power. It gives us emotions, power, life. Aside from being therapeutic, but what is music to you?
I feel like music is me in a way. Like I don't music has become such a source part of me that I look at life through the lens of music. Like it's hard for me not to find melodies or find lyrics or find words and everything. And so my it's so much deeper, and I feel like music just provides this space in this realm that you can go into that doesn't exist here, but can create such strong feelings and take you into memories and access just these portals. And so I don't know. It's something that has helped me survive some of the most difficult of times. And I'm just grateful that I can create my own little solar system of music in a galaxy that people can come to. And if they would like to explore and find what planet works for them and what's suitable for them, maybe there's a record there that can touch and impact you. And so that's really what I'm grateful for, is just being able to be my own little solar system in the galaxies and the stars to where people can visit and be like, wow, this happened.
You keep
But for
doing what
me,
you're doing.
yeah, thank you. Thank
Because I like the versatility of your style of music, because there's no holds bars, there's no restrictions on genre. You give the people what they want in a variety of ways, and the message in the music is, through the realness of your music, actually, Knightheart, what expression or message do you actually portray through your music?
I just want people to experience the rawest version of me. I feel like, there's so many filters of life and so many filters behind how people can see you. And through Nightheart, that is the way I can paint the pictures in my own canvases of how I want people to see me. And that can be in different lights, in different situations, just like the earth has different weathers and
Mm-hmm.
different climates, so do I. And that's going to be expressed through my art. But I want you to be able to experience the fullness of me through my art ultimately.
That's what's up. Dissociates is a great song. You flow in that there. What inspired you? What's the inspiration, excuse me, behind the song?
So I'm not going to say very few, but there are a handful of songs that spawn from just pure emotion, like an emotional space. And that was one of those records that was completely spawned from an emotional space, needing a release and a way to express some of the thoughts I felt like I didn't have the words to express. And so I wrote the song. And honestly, it's definitely one of the rawest pieces I've ever put out there. And it ended up becoming more of a statement piece for mental health and the awareness and that people should have of the effects mental health does create.
Excellent, exceptional, and it's a great song. I want to present it to you, Knightheart and Dissociate.
Run that shit, motherfucker. Certain feelings been really hard to process. Trying to make space in my mind just to digest all these trapped thoughts that might leave me in a crisis. Trying to dodge my mama, she see the pain in my iris. I've been crying every night, dog. Broken in my mind, this shit ain't right, dog. I've been really running out of things to write down. I'm still bleeding on my heart, what do I do now? Cause I know seasons come in cycles and I change. These feelings hold me down just like change. I know that life won't always go my way, so I Cause I know seasons come in cycles and I change. These feelings hold me down just like chains. I know that life won't always go my way, so I disassociate, 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 disassociate. Oh. Yeah, put my soul up in the mic, pour my heart in what I write. Make an album of my life. Still they criticize me about the shit they didn't like. I didn't try to heal a lot of fucking people. Still I feel void, numb, still feel see-through. I think some relationships we never meant to, and that's a damage start that never leave my mental. Cause I know seasons come in cycles and I change. These feelings hold me down just like chains. I know that life won't always go my way, so I disassociate, 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 disassociate. Oh.
Hey, you know what? Where was that shot at?
So we shot that in the Detroit, Ferndale area.
Smooth is right.
Mhm.
He was like, yeah, that looked like Detroit. And I'm like, oh, maybe that looked like Chicago. He was over here debating on where was that? I was like, that building ain't in Toledo. Like, where is that at? That's what's up. You get around doing some things.
I thought I seen the Renaissance towers in the back in the one shot.
Yeah.
Think we didn't know. Yeah, we old folks, we know some things around here. But who's the beat? Who does the beat, the music for you? Or is that you also?
So I work with a handful of producers. That was produced by one of my handful of producers. I can't recall off the top. Typically, I work with In Session Productions. He does the majority of my work, so he probably is the one who produced that one. Um, but I like to work with different people. It creates and sparks different creativity within my music, and so I really like to be hands on in the production of my sounds, but I love to collaborate with people because it just brings different dimensions.
Absolutely. I've seen some great guitar players in some of your videos and things as well. As you can see, you probably can't see. We're music heads around here. If we catch a bored moment, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll take spoons, flick spoons with drums, whatever it is, and create a music. We do our own little thing.
Those are all her toys.
They're all around us.
Beautiful.
All around us. And I do play the spoons, by the way. Shout out to Mississippi. They're my people.
Okay.
They're my people. So if you ever need a little different tune in your thing, I play spoons. We could just flick, 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 do a little something. But if you want to, you can shout out anyone that's involved in the creativeness of Knightheart. But see, you already forgot somebody's name, so I done put you on the spot. You're like,
who might that be?
I don't want to forget nobody. And then they be like, man, you didn't even shout me out.
What's
right?
up with that? Yeah, why'd you forget me, man?
So we just going to say shout out to all of y'all. Team Knightheart. We'll just call it like that.
Team Knightheart.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what's up.
Let's do it.
So how many albums or CDs and songs do you have available?
So currently I have about 4 full-length projects on the board right now, and I have about maybe like 40, 50 singles across the board. So at least about 100 some songs.
That's what's up.
They're from across the years. So you're gonna hear stuff. The cool thing about my music, you're gonna hear 16-year-old, 17-year-old Lonnie's thoughts, or you're gonna hear, 20, 21-year-old Lonnie's thoughts. You're going to hear different levels of where I am in the journey and my perspective. And so it's all kind of transcribed through the music. So you can kind of follow, okay, that's when he was there. Oh, that's when yeah, okay,
But that's
and so
good.
that's how I like to put my music in a space to where you can kind of see where I'm at in my
So he might be one day receiving a CMA award.
Country, you know what? Bring it, right? Bring it. That's what's up. But have you ever thought or considered a book or a documentary about the life and times of Knightheart?
There may be a project on the way,
Oh,
but as of right now, we're keeping things
on the down low.
just
Okay.
trying to gather more of the journey. I
Okay.
think, there's a lot that I would like to share. I don't know if it's imposter syndrome, but I'm gonna wait till
Well,
I'm
no, I
ready, and
respect
then
that. I respect that. I respect that. But
it's
I'm
gonna be
just saying,
there.
just from what I've gathered and researched about you, I'm not just admired, but I can see that being in that form of a legacy that you're gonna leave.
Thank
I
you.
mean, you're leaving it now. With I've seen videos of you, younger you on stage doing your thing. I've seen
Yeah.
videos, current videos. I don't know. I don't even think I had it down, but I was gonna show it actually of to show people just how your stage presence is dominating. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
You can take the mic and boom, it be out there. And you need that stage presence because, all audiences, all venues are not the same. And sometimes when you
Yeah,
come in there, you see
for
the
sure.
crowd and got to feel the crowd and got to give them what they want. And you do.
Hmm.
You give
Thank
them
you.
what they want. So go on, Warrior. Excuse me. I mean,
I
Ken.
appreciate
That's
you.
what's up.
Thank you.
But is there a
Thank you.
song that you've written, a song out there in the world that you've created that kind of like depicts you?
The first song that comes to mind is a record called "But Still I Bleed," and it's one of my alternative kind of records, definitely in the live guitar. It's very raw, it's very vulnerable, it's very transparent, and I would say that "But Still I Bleed" depicts sacrifice.
Mm,
It's the what it takes, and sometimes taking from yourself to give and
mm,
be able to plant those seeds to nourish it. And it requires sometimes that sacrifice. So
right?
I would say, But Still I Bleed is the record that is a very transparent, real record that if you want to hear some Nightheart, you could go check that one out too.
I'm digging it. I'm telling you. What can I say? Nightheart is the one to go to here. You were you born, by the way, here in Toledo,
So I'm originally born in Detroit, Michigan. I have a lot
Detroit?
of roots out there. That's why we also shot out there. I try to depict both parts of the journey. But I grew up in Toledo, so a lot of my roots, my relationships, my fans, my support system, everyone is rooted in Toledo first. So I got nothing but love for both the mud and the glass city and the motor city.
Right?
And I just want to be a little bit of a bridge in between both cities,
That's all right. I like that too. We're a little bit of everything too. Wherever I be,
Mhm,
you make the most of it, and I leave
mhm.
memories and legacies, and that's what you're doing too. But of all the things that you're doing, Nightheart, what do you find most rewarding?
The most, so this year I did multiple workshops with the youth, and I was able to create um these workshops and these, what's the word, man, um basically my own like manuscript type teacher's manual of all the insight that I've learned throughout the journey as an independent artist, and teaching these young kids and being able to offer them this perspective that they've never seen was so rewarding for me. It changed my perspective of everything that I've done leading up to it, because it made me realize all these things that at the time I'm viewing as my journey as an independent artist then became our journey as an independent artist. I was able to share it with other people in this format that was like, wow. So once I'm
Hmm.
back in the field and I'm doing these shows and I'm networking, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it to pick up game for, oh, this can be a learning. This is a learning point. This is a learning lesson. Okay, I can use this. They might need that, and so
Hmm.
that was very rewarding for me, and it changed my perspective of my why, you know.
You know what? I want to go back with something you just said about, basically you pay it forward. And right at the very beginning of the show, you kind of mentioned about the utilization of the term king and queen, and how actually they are in servitude of their subjects. And part of that responsibility is when you are bestowed a gift, whether it be, monetary and or something from God, is pay it forward. And yeah, I like that attitude, and I commend you on that attitude.
That's correct.
I appreciate that.
Because you're like the old man to the kids. You know how I said before how some senior citizens is all grumpy and bitter about what they've been through in life and don't want to share some knowledge and pass it on. You are like the old person. I'm just picking, but you're like the old person to the youth, and you're instilling them. You know what I mean? They're looking up to you. You are their mentor and their guidance, and it's important because so much is going on in the world today. Our youth needs someone to come to trust, to talk to, and to engulf all the knowledge. And so here, hats off to you.
Thank you.
King Knightheart. King Knightheart. Listen to that.
What? Thank you. I appreciate that so
That's
much.
what's up. In this world, you're gonna always, I don't care what you do, you're gonna always have someone see you and don't want to see Knightheart succeed and soar, right? What's your response to criticism, judgment, and hate?
Ultimately, I'll just tell them to love themselves, because ultimately, hey, I might not be your cup of tea, but there's no reason to project that energy onto me. So that means you're carrying it in you, and that's more poison that you got, and I'm not carrying it. So really, my advice is to love yourself and to ask yourself, what did I do to you? Because I just want to spread love and be able to be in a space to provide for the people who need me. And so if you have any feelings ill, then all blessings to you. Keep it far away from me.
That's
I'm
on
blessed
you.
over here.
That's right, though. I tell all the haters, just get your ass in line. Go on, get in line with the rest of them.
Get on the hater train.
Go on, just get your ass in line. You're a fan, nevertheless. You know what I mean?
Hater train.
But I can't help you because they got to help themselves. And you're right, you got to love yourself. But I'm just saying, I ain't got time. I'm in my own lane doing my own thing. But we catch it, believe you me, and I actually just love it. It motivates me and inspires me because I know I'm doing something right, something that got their attention, and they just need to check their own self before they wreck their own self. Hey, check yourself before you wreck yourself. What? That's what I say. But is there something that you wish people understood more about Knightheart?
I think that the most misunderstood thing often at times is because I have such consistency and frequency with my work, and often I don't post many things outside of my work. I'm very goal orientated, that people think that this is something that's very easy for me or something that is very just fluid for me. And in some ways it is, but I will say it's a lot of work that goes into this. It's a lot of work that goes into creating the content, keeping it going, just having the self-esteem and the ability to continue pushing yourself out there despite whatever algorithms or whatever social media presence is or whatever. Just being present and continuing to put yourself out there in its own right sometimes is difficult, let alone all the I can't tell you all that it takes.
Oh, but
I can
relate.
You speak on it. It's kind of like being down 2 touchdowns with 5 minutes left in the game. You're like, how in the hell am I going to do this? But don't get discouraged, because there's always opportunity. There's always the chance. I mean, hey, the only thing that's going to ever hold you back is your negative attitude.
Right? Well, you're doing it right. You have a good head on your shoulders, a good attitude, and as an independent artist, as anybody out here that's on the grind trying to get up to the next level, it definitely is going to take work and effort, but it all pays off. And so, what you're doing pay off. I mean, I want to say, wasn't Tyler Perry homeless? And look at that
Yeah.
man now. Hello. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Push, push, come. And yeah, it helps when you know somebody, know somebody, know somebody. But until that comes, I'm going to do my thing.
Because
get
he
noticed.
seized the opportunity when he seen it, and look what it did for him.
Tis only the beginning, and I tell you, when you go across that stage, you look at us two old folks right now. When you get across them stage and you get them awards, listen, let me in through the back door because I want to be there too.
Oh, you'll be there.
I'll be like, you know me. You like, I don't know you, old lady. I'm like, you know me. Don't make me get that Uzi. I'm just serious. I'm just serious.
We are from the mud.
Yeah, we from the mud.
Yeah, don't be messing with the mud.
They're messing with the 419. But anyways, enough of the silliness, but I am serious though about that. What do you envision the next era of your music career looking like?
Well, for me, I'm really interested in seeing where the different spaces of music can take me. I have a lot of songs out, like I said previously, and a lot of them were made in, I mean, I'm still a young guy, but they were made in a very youthful mindset. I feel like I've matured a lot in these past couple years, and even in the past year. And what I want to bring to my music is life raps. I want to bring just real life into my music in this very authentic, genuine way that is universal for people to connect to, and ultimately find different ways for my music to be of service to people. If people are going to spend 3 minutes listening to a record or whatever, I want it to be able to progress them forward or provide something for them and not just be ultimately a form of distraction. I want it to provide some nourishment. And so moving forward, it's just being more intentional with the music I create, the music that I write, and finding new spaces to put my music in, whether it be independent film, video games, whatever different creative mediums that will allow my music to slip through the cracks. I want to be able to put my music in those positions to be seen and heard and complement other forms of art as well.
Right? I see your music in everywhere, doing everything, even video games. We had a guest some while back out of Michigan, and they lucked up and had their music on what was that game? Oh shucks,
I can't remember
I'm telling my age. I just forgot.
Guitar Hero.
Yes, Guitar Hero.
Nice.
They did on that, and I thought that was sweet. I mean, your music can be in a movie, soundtrack. It's so much. I see you venturing and going in. I'm telling you, the sky is the limit, and you are definitely on the right path to get that money, make that money, get recognized, going to do that, make that difference, and you give back to the community as well. I mean, blessings come in many ways, and so hey, patience is a virtue. It's a virtue.
True.
Patience, persistence, and busting your ass 8 hours a day just on you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, are you putting? You was talking about maybe getting on some type of other things, advertisements. Are you, getting and putting your stuff out there to different press agents and things like this? How are you handling that?
So for the sync licensing, it's really just catching a good bait and hook, just putting the right records out there and seeing who bites on them. I've put my music in a couple libraries, and we're just gonna see what pops up and what seeds are planted that foster. Um, as an independent artist, quite frankly, my hands, I'm like an octopus. I've got my hands in so many jars right now, and
Right.
I'm trying to do as much as I can. And with me being self-managed, especially, everything's up to me. If I don't put in those records for that library or send it off, it doesn't get done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm still learning and figuring out and expanding what new networks, what places to put my music in. But for now, all the little ponds I got my baits in. We'll see what bites right now.
Yeah, no, part of it was, Queen and myself, we traveled for a bit after I retired, and she did her comedy, and a lot of it was you would pre-call ahead to these comedy clubs and, saying, hey, we're going to be in town. Can you get us up there? And here's what we'd like to see happen as far as, fees and whatever accommodations might happen. Yeah, so you are your own agent, and you got to get used to no till you get a yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, stay independent.
Just taking the no's can be,
It's
a
tough.
difficult in its
Right.
own right, like hearing those no's all the time. It's like,
Right.
but it's not always a reflection of you or your self-worth or your value or anything like that. My puppy keeps wanting to play with me.
That's okay.
Oh, but yeah, it's not the no's aren't always a reflection of your self-worth or your value or anything
Right
like that.
on.
Sometimes it's just timing, circumstance, and situation, all those variables.
Well, I like the independence of being independent because, even for music artists back in the day, it was always the label doing all the work. The label getting the
Mm,
cut of the money, the label doing this.
mhm,
But, if I'm going to do all this work myself, I want all that. I'm going to
mm.
cut the
Yeah,
middleman out and do my
really.
own thing. And as much and hard work as you're doing, you deserve it anyways, right?
You know what I think some
No.
people might be wanting to ask him is they that shield with the heart over top of it looks like Nightheart swag. How can they get their hands on your Nightheart
Check that
swag?
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got some
Yeah.
merch going on too, huh?
Yep. Yep.
That's what's up though too though. I'm just telling you, it really is. But now
Well,
before,
I might need y'all shirt sizes after this too.
well, I'll send you that shirt size too, young man. Thank you very much. We like to represent. I'm gonna just keep it real. We ain't
That's
no
love.
joke with what we do. You like Smooth Ted. When he retired, we sold the house. We bought an RV and we traveled all around in that
Beautiful.
RV, doing our thing, building ourselves where we are. Texas was the place to be, and we took Texas and won all the awards. They created an award because we had won all the awards, which is legacy. And
Love
once they
that.
give
Love
us
that.
legacy, we had to come back home and kind of venture in this area,
Mm,
back here, because this
mm,
is home for us. But
yeah.
enough of that about Smoothie and me.
I like being in the bigger city though, because there's a lot more opportunities and venues. And,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
that's when the movies and everything else came along. So yeah, Dallas was cool.
Dallas helped us a lot. I mean, we're a cartoon character in United Kingdom. Can you believe that? A cartoon. There's a cartoon Queen Sylvia and Smooth Tim, and a cartoon
Yeah, there's
United
about
Kingdom.
That is
30
so
episodes of that
dope.
thing. Yeah, about 30 episodes. It's funny.
Yeah, sometimes
That's
it matters
dope.
who you meet also because we've had movie directors on our show before and then they popped us in their next movie.
But we do exactly what he says he's doing to bring back full circle to what
Right on.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Pay it forward with the ability that you have to do it with. Don't be so damn greedy. You got talent, share the talent. You've got a idea, share the idea.
Mm.
So listen, before we go, because we're going to go out with another great song of yours, is there anything that you want to add or something that I didn't ask that you might want to say?
So I would say ultimately the one philosophy I always try to leave is manifest your dreams. I mean, I come from a position to where the things that I'm doing now are things that just even a couple years ago are things that I dreamed to do, realities that I didn't know that I would walk through. And trust and believe I have a long journey to go and I want to walk all 10,000 steps. But ultimately, I've seen the power of manifestation through my journey so far. And I just want people to know that if you plant a seed and water it and nourish it and feed it the light and it needs, it will grow fruit. It takes time, it takes patience. You got to talk nicely to it. But ultimately, when the time comes, you will sprout the sweet fruit that you deserve from the seeds that you plant. And it just takes time. But don't forget it that you can manifest your dreams at any space and time in the journey, no matter where you are. You got a vision, you got an idea, you got something you want to do. Hey, we all got an expiration date. So while we're still here, let's live it up and let's do the things that we love to do and manifest those dreams. So follow the journey if you're interested in learning more. Manifest MVNIFVST. Manifest with a V in the A and a V in the E, real easy. And you can find the merch, you can find me, you can find the movement. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm really grateful to be on this platform. You guys have been super courteous, and I appreciate all the love and you guys doing the research and just giving me the time of day. It really does mean a lot.
You're gonna make me cry in this one eye. I swear to God. That was,
even though it's all true. Yes.
Yes. We do what we do. That's what we do. We pay it forward as well. We're all retirees, and what we've done in our profession was making a difference to society, and we just geared it in another way and doing our thing. Indeed, you've already said it, but say it again. How you can be followed on social media and contacted for any booking.
So my name is Knightheart. My puppy is spinning and running.
Wait a minute.
Right now.
What kind of puppy you got? First of all.
He's a little pit bull puppy. He's a hard-headed.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we have a boxer, so I was just like wondering.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Pit bull. I'm scared of your dog.
He's a cutie. He's a lover boy. His name's Rex, but he's a handful. He just keeps licking my hand and wanting to play. He's like, come play with me. I'm like, I can't right now.
They just have a bad rap.
Okay.
Yeah, man. They're lover babies.
Yeah.
But Knight like the sword and shield, heart like the one in your chest. It's one word. You can look it up on Google, any platform you can find me. Manifest is the movement, V in the A, V in the E, manifest.com. You can look us up on Instagram, Facebook, Manifest LLC. That's where we do all of our shows. We're actually booking through 2024 for artists in the Toledo area looking to get on stage and do some live performances. I'm looking for some new artists. So if you're interested, reach out to me. Let's get connected. Let's work on something and do something cool. But if you'd like to follow my personal journey, it's Knight like the sword and shield, heart like the one in your chest.
That's what's
if
up.
you can see it. I got
That's
the drip on.
I love it. I love it. You know, I'm honored that you've taken the time to be here on the Queen Silvy Show. We want you to know that when you're doing something, anything that you have out there, let us know. We will gladly pop it out and share it. You're more than welcome to come back anytime you want to come back and spit it, do it, even a live performance, whatever. You never know. Sound creation is what we're going to do next time when you come on, because that's what we do with some of our guests. And then what it is I would do a tune, a beat, a melody, and keep doing it. Then Smooth will make up something and keep doing it. Then you do it, and together we create our own sound. But look for that next time when we come back on the show. We're going to go out with Nothing New. I think it's another fantastic song. What are you most satisfied about this song?
This song gives me the most like internal nostalgia. Like for me, the whole goal was bringing me back. I shot it in front of my old high school. For me, it was a record that was a testament to my high school years and that romance and that love.
Was
and
the
that
school here in
innocence.
Toledo?
Yeah, it's called Wait High School.
Oh, Wait,
Yeah,
East Side.
yeah.
Okay,
Yup,
gotcha.
East
Okay.
Side. Yep. So it was just my little testimony and my little tribute to those early years in high school, that innocent puppy love. And yeah, it's a fun hearted record.
Great song indeed. Keep doing what you're doing, my king. It is a great, we love it. As I present to you Nothing New by Knightheart.
Songs don't write themselves. The pain, they never let me go. And smoking never helps. And I tried my best for you. And feel your kisses, yeah, the residue. I like your pics, you like mine, but I won't message you. Cause I know your time to steal my light. And no, that won't be me this time, baby. These songs don't write themselves. The pain, they never let me go. And smoking never helps. And I tried my
What's wrong?
I'm having a good day. What about you?
Okay.
I totally enjoy and appreciate Knightheart for taking the time being on the show, sharing his expertise, his opinions, his music. Smart young man doing some fantastic things. Follow this guy. He is the one. I'm telling you.
Indeed.
I hope you enjoy that there on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Stay tuned because tomorrow's Wednesday. That's Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas. And I know Smooth's not going to tell you what it be like, but you need to tune in because it's in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do check your time zones, but join us for that. And then come back on Thursday because that is the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, bringing you inspirational, encouraging, motivating music, funny, so much impactful greatness. Tim says a potpourri
of entertainment.
A potpourri of entertainment. That's what it is. Kings and queens giving it to you from the heart. That also is in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. And again, do check your time zones, but join us for that if you will. You know, I've had a cup of tea. I'm fasting right now, and now I'm ready to go and smash. So, Smooth, tell everyone how we can be followed on social media.
Simply Google us and follow us on your favorite platform. Otherwise, just go to YouTube and drop in The Queen Silvy Show. You'll get all of our shows.
So,
pretty simple.
Don't be square. Be in the place to be tomorrow for Tim's Tidbits. Come back for the Now You Know Show. Next week, we have a fantastic guest on the Queen Silvy Show. But nevertheless, right now, I'm going to smash. So with that said.
Till next week. Same Queen time, same Queen station. We'll holla. Bye, y'all.